Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what's good? So I'm currently in two trades that I've just opened right now on the Nasdaq. On the S&P. Okay, so here are my entry points. 5177, and the reason why I'm taking these two trades on these two accounts is because I'm of the belief that S&P is going to start coming back up towards the VWAP. Okay. Now I'm paying attention to NASDAQ, all this red line stuff right here. I don't even know what it is. It's something to do with the time frame I'm using. It's 45 seconds and it does that all the time. But I can see that NASDAQ is creating that W formation that I'm always looking for with the goal for it to go up towards 18098. Okay. So the goal is to pay attention to how it's behaving inside of this zone. Now I'm looking at the bid and the ask over here, and we're currently at the range low. We're right at the lowest point of the day, okay? And we're below the opening range. So they spent a bit of time down here and bids started to come inside. So that's where I was like, okay, maybe we're probably going to see some movement to the upside. Now, I've started off with two contracts on each of these accounts. This was a $150,000 account and it's now 160. And this one is just started, 250K account. And I'm preparing myself to effectively load up as it starts to climb up. But today is a very tricky day. It's just not stopped going down, and I'm waiting for NASDAQ to start its behavior by paying close attention to how she is behaving over here, okay? So I'm just going to bring this here, and then I'm going to bring that there just to keep an eye out on the actual bid and ask. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. And here are our two positions. I'm going to just bring this here, put that up there. There's our position in blue. We're now going to wait and see how this behaves. So I can see this consolidation. That's what I've got. And I see these green vector candles coming into play, telling me that bids are coming in to protect the range. Okay. I'm paying close attention to this stuff right here. What I want to see is this area here loading up with lots of contracts. Okay. So we're going to wait and see how it plays out. I'm expecting NASDAQ to start pumping up to get towards that VWAP right there. Okay. That's the goal, and that's the point of control. Now, I am considering trying to load up a couple of more positions, but because it's Friday, I just don't want to do it because just the way they've been behaving. It's been very, very tricky. So I'm on the 30-second time frame with the S&P, and I'm paying attention to the NASDAQ on the hybrid system over there to see them try and sweep up. That's what we're looking for. Now, I normally start off with around 5 contracts, but I'm trading at a different time today. But the criteria was that I needed to see a move lower, and that's what we've got. And now what's happening in terms of the bids and the asks is we're trading at the value area low right here with the intention of them coming back up into value. Because look, 18,000, 14,000, 18,000, there's the point of control. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that point of control to get triggered. So they're just stalling inside of this zone, and London will be closing in the next 20 minutes. So the idea is that hopefully this consolidation range pretty much establishes S&P's low and so also the NASDAQ's. So gotta be careful. Look, see this little move here, the red vector candles, quite a choppy, it's a very tricky range. And I hate it when the S&P does this. But when it starts, because I'm paying attention to the NASDAQ on EXO, when it starts, it will start and then you'll see how it pulls. See that figure there? You see the negative figures. What we're looking for here on the depth of market is negative figures to come into play over here. All right? Right now, there's positive. All right? So people are planting on the ask, hoping that the bids pick them up. Okay? You see bids picking up, bids picking up. What we're looking for is minus figures to tell us to the tone that they're going to try and pull their orders. Oops. Look at that. Pay close attention to this. Now, this is where it could get tricky, guys. This could actually sweep lower. All right? So I've got to be very careful here. 1721. Now we really need to see the bids come in and hold out. Someone just planted $1,700 worth of contracts, 1,700 contracts at the lowest point of the range. So by the principle of the bid and the ask, we can assume that there is someone in there looking to protect this position. So we're going to wait and see if that's going to be the case. Want to see it. So now they're selling into that right now. But you see 900 contracts, right? 900 on the bid and ask right there. That's relatively good for me. 13 on the offer. Remember, you just saw that 1300 right there. That's 1700, sorry. The logic says that we should be expecting them to reverse back up. These are the things that I'm looking for. Trading towards the day's low. Minus $250 on the one account, 387 on the other. Has that 1,700 contracts given us the clue that they go, see the minus figures? Now they're starting to pull. What we're waiting for in principle is the overwhelming amount of people trying to sell right now and the passive buyers who are the bids getting their orders filled, containing price with the intention that they're going to try and sweep up, because this range low right now is very, very low and price isn't really going anywhere. It seems to be stalling. Now it could flush out and then that will be me out of the trade. But we're going to wait and see, because there's still a lot of guys on the bids. Someone's protecting this range. Minus, 200 there. Minus again, 200. Minus again, 200. So they're buying into it, but the bids are picking it up. So there could be an element of exhaustion from the bids. Sorry, from the offers. Forgive me, from the sellers. So we're now waiting to see if that logic is going to come into play. This is exactly the structure I look for. Let NASDAQ do its thing. Move away from the VWAP. Got that criteria. Daily point of control. Point of control there. Green vectors, blue vectors appearing at the lows. Just had 1,700 contracts come in at the lowest point of the day. The bids right there are protective. The logic says that we should be expecting them to come up. I'm looking for green vectors to come into play. And when the vector comes into play, then bang, that's when we should see them make the reversal. Because look, we're at the low ADR for the day. It's just wild right now with this drop to the downside. A slight recovery is on the cards. But if they mean business to keep on loading down and hitting the lows, then they'll keep on going. If this order here, you see that, 1,200, if they start pulling these and getting rid of them, then I know that I'm in the wrong trade. See that little push up there? So that's telling me right now, this whole area here is telling me that there are bids in this range protecting the lows. So there's only so often that they can sell into these people. Red vector candle recovery right there. Now we just need NASDAQ to just start the party. This is all we need NASDAQ to do. And every time the offers come in, see, minus there. Okay, good. So they're pulling. And when the bids start to see that, okay, looks like they're not really wanting to commit anymore, the bids will then lift the ask. And that's where we should see the reversal. Here we go. This is where the party should get started right now. I need NASDAQ to break above this range. I need it to break above that point to give me the idea that they are looking for that movement. Just pulled it off there. Hold on, is that the right one? Need to make sure I've got the right depth of market here. Whoops. Here we go. That's the one. Yep, that's the one. See what I mean about this range? It's just bloody terrible. Straight up, back down again. Really trying to test these guys in these ranges. 198 right there. Still offering out 280. So what we're looking for in principle is we're looking for the logic that, 277. We're looking for the idea that if there's so many guys wanting to bid, then the price will naturally go towards that point to pick up all those bids. So I've got to factor in that they could actually sweep lower, which will then bring a volatile move lower, establish the range low again, and then make a reversal. But I'm anticipating that they're done with that. 1,500 on the offers. Like, there's a lot of guys that would want to offer out. So the market's just trying to get enough attention from the bids to start saying, okay, let's get the party started. NASDAQ's starting to go down. $297,597. Okay, so this is where we could assume exhaustion. If they can't mark it lower, then we should be good. Oh, there it is. There's that sweep. There's that sweep. That's good. So they just went and swept all that liquidity. Notice how it's a stop in volume candle in principle. That's a stop in volume candle in makeup per se. 856 right there. So this is where sellers could be like, that's it now. I'm selling, selling, selling. And they could get trapped. This is where logic should start making the reversal. This is what we're waiting for. But the new hour candle starts in 10 minutes. They might stall in this range for a bit. Now we've got the problem of the 18,000 point on NASDAQ. They mean business today. Because the S&P and NASDAQ, they will always sweep first. They'll make a bold move just to solidify the idea of the direction, and then it will reverse. Now you can imagine, look, we've got lots of offers here. Loads. Here she goes. Here she goes. Now see how the bids have all been picked up. They have all been picked up. That's 1,700 contracts that's just come in on the offer side, on the buy side right there. So we're going to now assume that he's going to want to protect that at some point. This is where it gets interesting. See, still going, but I'm not too concerned about it because there's the daily low right there at the lows right there. So we are at the lowest point of the day. Violet vector candle. Things are starting to change. After so much selling off today, they're bound to make the reversal. Here we go. Oh, wow. Look at that. Good thing is I'm using small size, so I can absorb the loss. And I'm just waiting for them to just trigger because they will snap up. Daily low's been met. Daily low's been met again. So this is where we expect them to pull it. And when they do it really fast. So we're all good. So we've got a vector on the NASDAQ. Still going. I know they'll reverse it. It's just whether I'm going to be in the trade or not. Now 400's coming in at the lowest point of the day. Now imagine lots of guys running shorts right now. Bids are coming in. Bids are coming in. You think going down, they went down pretty quick. Watch what happens when they shoot up aggressively. Vector recovery right there. 1,600 on the offers. And then they need to build momentum because there's a point in the chart when you've been watching it, you'll see that the buyers coming in to offer out, to lift price. It just doesn't stop. And then it just keeps on going. Trading at the day's low. It's all right. We're a few ticks away from our entry, but we can absorb that. NASDAQ seems to be holding out at the daily low. Someone's been liquidated with that little green dot, as you can see here. We're now just waiting to see because we are turning into that point right now where they've swept the lows. Are they finished with this? Nothing's here. I think they'll do it on the hour. Principally, this should be a huge red vector candle on the 1 hour time frame on the NASDAQ. Just don't want to change the screen just yet. That's the bold move. This is the perfect time for a reversal. Absolutely divine point for a reversal. Now, this is where I'm potentially going to load up another couple of contracts. I just got to be careful. Yeah, they're just dropping it and dropping it, not stopping. Still not got their attention yet. Starting to pull. They want that 18, don't they? They really want that 18. I think they'll sweep the 18 and then reverse. The daily low keeps on getting met. See that pause there? This is where it gets interesting. Come on, NASDAQ. Do your thing. Now we are aggressively away from VWAPs. We're at the lowest point of the day's range. Where is value? Value's up here. So if they find not enough people down inside, look at this profile here. If they don't find anyone really showing an interest, they'll be like, okay, let's start marking back up again. Remember, as I said earlier on, how they could sweep, and then now that just went down to 200, nearly 125, even lower. At the key whole number of 18K. NASDAQ is trying it. Aggressive bids. We know we are in a very aggressive bidded zone. Bids are coming in, 450. Seems like we found a bit of interest. If I load up a couple of more contracts, it's only going to marginally move my position, so I've just got to wait and see. Here we go. Divergences are coming into play as well. I'm seeing that. Man, they don't want it. There's nothing on the profile there. Look. Nothing whatsoever. NASDAQ's waking up. Bids are holding out. That's 1,600 on the offer. They're going to eat that. They are going to eat that up. Be surprised if they don't take 18. So surprised. Notice how the candlesticks are getting smaller and smaller. It's like the psychology of it all is, it's like, oh, I'll just sell the NASDAQ, it's selling, it's dropping, it's dropping, it's dropping. Then they'll just do the dirty. And we know that there were 1,700 contracts that were loaded up inside of this range. Look at the bids. Right there. Not seeing the offers just yet. Starting to slow down on the bids. Activity coming in on the NASDAQ. Let's see if they can do it. Is this it? Not yet. Not yet. This candle needs to close well. Offer right now. Okay, then. So now we're going to assume that this could be the start. Here we go. It's new 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to add to the trade just to bring my average down. Now I've got to be careful because now my loss is increased. My positioning wise, each tick I lose more. I'll be losing double what I had before. So we've assumed the low of the day. We are only a few ticks away, not too far. I'm cool with that. Got red vector candle recovery there. That'll take us to 172. That'll put us up to here. Here she goes. NASDAQ seems like, you see that snap reversal there. They really need to hold this point now. Profile starting to increase. There she is. See that blue shade there? That is auctioning. In other words, the aggressive nature of the depth of market. Really need to see that start to reduce rather than increase. Reason being, it means that they're pulling the orders off the book. See, look how it's gone straight back down again. It's all going to be on NASDAQ following through. Now imagine in the back of your mind, you've got the psychology. Everyone's gone short right now. The bids. They are selling. And the bids have picked up all those sell orders, okay, as buys. They're going to want to make a little return on that, which is where we expect the reversion back to the mean. So this is where, here we go. So we're now running 4 contracts, getting close to our entries now. Let's see if they can sustain this. Here we go. Got lots of activity on the depth where previous orders have been placed. It's all going to be on this candlestick from NASDAQ right now. Here we go. Pushing back up. It's 5 o'clock, London's closed. Now US has free roam. Can we get back into value? Here she goes. Here she goes. Come on. Have we got it? Have we got the read? Here we go. Now the bids have come in. 900. Cool. Offers starting. Not even coming down. They're going to want to offer into them. So they've been buying as they've been dropping. Now we've got people that they can sell into. Look at that snap reversal vector. It really needs to come back. Come back in that recovery. NASDAQ needs to do it. We look daily value area low. Like we need to get back up towards that point. Some momentum. See them pulling. See that? They were pulling a minute ago. Really need to see them pull. What a story. They mean business today. You know, when your new 1 hour candle forms and they like try and create a little wick, that's what's going on right now. Once they've done that little move, then it will make the reversal. Assuming that there is a big red vector candle on the 1 hour time frame with NASDAQ. Let's just move this a second. Let's make that assumption. Here we go, 1 hour time frame. There she is. There's that vector on the NASDAQ. Okay. Oh, it's a violet vector. Even better. Let's just go to the 1 minute time frame. Now let's just pull up our orders again. Where are they? Okay, then. Still going. But S&P hasn't really broken down just yet. See that? See how aggressively they come up then? See how they were pulling off the orders? That's what we look for. These are the little tells that the market gives you. That should be the program to lift it. That should be the program that will say, yep, let's start lifting this and start eating away at the liquidity of the offers up here, 1600, and make that disappear. Here she goes. There's your vector. They might have actually found the point. Recovery of the red vector over there. Happy days. Let's see if they mean business. Problem is, NASDAQ will recover that point and we go back down again. That's the BS story of it, which is why it's so important. Look, they keep pulling, keep pulling. So now it looks like they're probably going to want to gun for value and keep lifting price. Here we go. Probably going to add some more size to this very shortly. There's our VWAP up there. NASDAQ getting busy. See all these beard. Look at these. Look at these guys. Yep. Quickly eat, eat, eat. Pac-Man. That's what they're doing. Pac-Man. There she goes. There she goes. Come on. Don't bother. Go on. No, don't. I just knew they were going to do that, man. NASDAQ really needs to come back into that because I've got these imbalances here that are a bit of a problem for me. So if they can move away from this point, then these imbalances will be something they visit later on. Happy days. Here we go. Keep marking. Keep going. At least 200 EMA. Off we go. Come on, NASDAQ. Daily value area low, which should then in principle create this flush of liquidity to the upside. Come on, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. I know you're not done. Minus. See that? See those negative figures on the offers there? They're pulling off. 1,400 now. That's good. 1,300. So they pulled off. Come on, NASDAQ. I know you've got the capacity to do it. Keep going. Keep going for the value. Go for value. That's what we're looking for. Value. That's a good move. That's nice. So looks like we've established the low of the day. So the program is that we should be moving away from it now. Don't come down, NASDAQ. Come on. 180, 5,180 is what I'm looking at on the S&P. Pulling orders again. Pulling orders. See that? Pulling. Guys are like, nah, I'm not going to do it from here. I'm going to wait. Probably do it up here. Pull up a little bit more. Bids. 1,500 on the bids. Awesome. That's good. So we know that there are bids coming in. So we know there's support right now. We know those players that were previously at the lows were like just picking up the contracts, picking them up. Now they want to realize a return. So we're now waiting to see if that return can be sustained. This logic here even if they come back into the vector recovery, it has to reverse from that point. If it can reverse from here, happy days. Then it's a very strong move. We're going to keep moving up. But the problem is I've got this sort of structure here, which is what I'm concerned about. So I really need to see NASDAQ just making a run for it. There she goes. Come on. Get into value. 9,000 up there. That's good news. Get to that 17, 18s up there. That's what we want. That's why it will move very fast. Oh, see that? That push there. Come on, keep going for it, NASDAQ. Keep going for it. I know you're going to do it. I know you're going to do it. Just stop stalling. Stop bloody stalling. Come on. Even if this wave of movement is similar to this one up here, and then it comes down again, that'll achieve us the profit target that we're looking for. And the joke is, right, they could actually shoot up from this point and really eat into value up here. 5191. Here we go. We just had a big push there. Here she is. Okay, then cool. So we're good right now. Okay, so we've had the push up by NASDAQ. That's what I was looking for. That intention there means that they're wanting to hit the offers now. They want to lift price up now. Keep marking up. Keep going. 213 on the bid side, right? On the offer side, right there. That's good. Not liking that. This snap reversal stuff really pisses me off about the S&P. Really does. Come on, NASDAQ. Did it once, do it again. Keep running for it. Keep running for it. Keep going. Pulling off the offer again. Good. 13. 13 again. All right, so it evens. Here we are. Go to value. Go to value. NASDAQ, flush out. Off you go. Hit those wicks up there. Imbalances at the top at 1862. There she is. There she is. That's exactly what we're looking for right now. Position-wise, I'm not going to load up anymore because I want to get out of this very shortly because I don't trust it. But unless I get more conviction, if they can break this high up here on NASDAQ, then we are good. Come on. You've been hitting the bids all bloody day. Come on. Do that flush. Get back to the VWAP. It's only not so far away. Here we go. Get into value at least. I'll consider loading up if we can get into value. Is that 5180? On NASDAQ? Taking too long. Come on. 200 up there. Taking way too long. We're below the opening range. They could snap down. I've got to be careful here. Just got to watch out now. Should be able to do it. They should be able to gun for it. Come on, give me one more push up. There she is, NASDAQ. That's the one. That's the one. Keep going. Flip the 180 and we're out. Now, you know what? We're out. Yeah, I'm cool with that. So, even though it could continue higher, I'm just not liking the day's behavior. It's Friday. They made the reversal. We got the read from down here. Okay? This is all I'm doing. You saw the drawdown. Just shy of $1,000 on each account. I can absorb that. I started off with 2 contracts, doubled up. And I doubled up at the right time because I waited for the move. I waited for the information to come here. See, look, it can keep on going up. I do not care. I've taken what I wanted to take from the trade. I'm cool with that. This is what we wait for every single day. What time is it? It's 5:15. Okay? The logic today was wait until they move. Okay? Wait until they move. And they moved, and then they moved some again. London close, happy days. I hope that can give you something, guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to be breaking down the idea of how to do this. Now, some of you might not have the depth of market, okay? But the vector candle came in. Red vector candle. Look at the move that I'm taking. It's not much. I hope that makes sense to you all, guys. I really do hope. Mad love and respect. Peace.